Okie dokie, it's Monday, November 21st, 2011. This time it's only been about a week since I answered my Formspring questions, yet for some reason I got a lot of them again, 136 to be exact. Let's get this party started. An anonymous user asks, do you date fat chicks? They need love too. A silly question, so it gets a serious answer. I'll date anyone. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's all good. Care very little about body image, although I'd be lying if I said I didn't care about it at all. Bucket Fan for Life asks, yo, Doc, have you ever had a bad cold? And if you have, then do you hate it like I do? Oh, I've had some doozies over the years. But the two worst times would have to be the not once but twice that I've had pneumonia in my life. Yeah, once was when I was in single digits. I was in elementary school. Don't remember the exact details. The other one was in 2004. I remember I was talking like this. I remember the whole day when I got diagnosed with it. My father took me to my doctor's. I don't remember if it was because I was sick or if I had an appointment anyway. And the doctor diagnosed me with tachycardia, which is extremely elevated heart rate. So they rushed me to the hospital and they admitted me to the emergency room. They filled me with about 4 bags full of fluid because I was also super dehydrated and good stuff. DarkDuck64 asks, do you think the platypus is proof that God exists and has a sense of humor? Yeah. I'd buy that. Yeah, the platypus. Oh, God. I don't know if it's proof that God has a sense of humor, or it could also just be proof that God was running out of shit and had a deadline that he had to face. He's like, oh, man, I need to make one more animal, and all I've got is all these random spare parts lying around. I got a fuzzy body. I got paddles, flippers. I got a beak. Dear, and I got some poison talons. Sure, I'll throw those in. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that with all of its freaky shit, the platypus, at least the male platypus, is also quite poisonous. Its back feet have poisonous claws. Okay, we got a bunch in a row from Role Play Humor. First question, penis, penis, penis? Yes. I like that question. Why can't the world accept bronies? I think the reason the world can't accept bronies is twofold. First of all, because just on the surface, it just seems silly that people could like a show aimed at very young girls. And second of all, there's an extremely minor segment of the brony community who are, really loud and really gross and really creepy and really freaky. And like I said, they are an extremely minor section of the brony community, yet for some unknown reason, they're the ones that get the most attention. Very unfortunate. And we're all judged based on them. Shame on you. Are you a bit sad there hasn't been a music number in the new season of My Little Pony yet? There was one. I know you probably asked this before, but there was one in the episode where Rainbow Dash got a new pet. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't think it was all that great. I liked the episode a whole hell of a lot. It was extremely predictable, but I loved that episode. I didn't really care for the musical number, though. Oh well, can't please them all. Do I have to stab you? No, you don't have to. You can if you want to, though. Have you ever seen a show called Death Battle on the interwebs? My favorite episode is Rainbow Dash versus Starscream. Can't say I've seen it. Sorry. Will you let the Great Pumpkin eat you? Sure, because once I'm on the inside, I could probably just, eat my way out or punch my way out. Pumpkins are not terribly strong. Zombies are invading the earth. What do you do to arm yourself? I do absolutely nothing. I let them get me, and I join the army of the undead. I'll gladly sacrifice my mind for that. If the world really was going to end in 2012, in what way would be the most interesting from any forms of fiction? Oh, I love this question, dude. I've always wanted to ask people that, what is your favorite end of the world from fiction? And my favorite would have to be the end of Evangelion. That is just a frickin' awesome end of the world. The angel Lilith comes down and separates everyone's souls from their bodies, and everything explodes into a big orange goop. Yeah, instrumentality. That's a really fantastic way to end the world. Would you laugh if all that happens on December 21st, 2012 is a meteor falls on the Mayan ruins, destroying nothing else? That would be fitting. That would be very fitting. Do you believe in ghosts? I have no idea. I've never seen any evidence of them, but I've never seen any evidence not of them, so I guess I'm neutral. There we go. If you could create your own theme park, what would it be called? It would be Moonman Land. It would be Moonman Land, yes, and just go from there. What would you do if you saw a lolly riding on the back of Fluttershy? Oh my god, I would pass out from cuteness. I would have the world's biggest cute gasm, and my entire body would probably just explode. Oh, that would be so cute. Nothing but darkness surrounds this mortal realm, each day getting more and more chaotic, more empty, more hopeless. The world, perhaps it's decaying, or perhaps we just know more of what the world is like now. Hey, did you sodomize the Easter Bunny? Oh, man. Oh, I love it when things switch like that. Yes, I did. Is crackweed the smackweed? I don't understand the question, man. But marijuana is highly overrated. Yeah. Last question. What is your top 3 Gen 1 Pokemon? Oh, God, Gen 1. Okay, let me think about that for a moment. Blastoise. I love me some Blastoise. Fuck. Oh. Pinsir. Highly underrated Pokemon. And... oh, fuck me. Let's piss everybody off. Mewtwo! I can't deny he's powerful. Dragon asks, hey Doc, I have a document listing a whole bunch of questions I want to ask you over the coming weeks. Is this creepy? Hell no! It's convenient and organized. And creepy. Okay, we got a few in a row from Tails DM, whose avatar looks very confused. And so, you are about to be subjected to another long stream of questions from Tails DM. First off, favorite Sonic level? Well, I used to go right to Chrome I can't talk. I used to go right to Chrome Gadget Zone when asked this question, but in all honesty, it was just because I liked the graphics of the level, and because the music from the level is one of my top favorite video game songs of all time. But unfortunately, the level itself is really short. It's just one of those 2-player race levels. If they were to make a full Chrome Gadget Zone, it would be my favorite level ever. So that being said, I mean, I love the music and I love the graphics, but the level itself is kind of meh. Right now, you know what my favorite Sonic level is? This is kind of weird, but it's the classic version of City Escape from Sonic Generations. I thought they did a really good job with that. Yes, indeed. Favorite level theme, grassy, cave, etc. Are we still talking Sonic? If so, my favorite theme would actually be industrial. What forums do you go to? It'd be nice to know where else I can find your charisma. Well, you can find me on the Multipurpose Reviews forums over at multipurposereviews.com. And I also frequent the forums of a webcomic called Alone in a Crowd, which you can find at aiacrowd.com. It's one of my favorite webcomics. Actually, it is my favorite webcomic, and I happen to be close personal friends with the author, Tom, and I'm honored to know him. Yeah, I hang out there. Some other forums I used to go to in the past that I don't anymore. And there's some forums I used to go to in the past that don't exist anymore. Oh, well. Would you ever live in a yellow submarine? Would you demand a different color of submarine? A different yellow vehicle? I would definitely like to live in a yellow, super groovy, underwater race car. Let's go for a ride in my yellow, super groovy, underwater race car. Okay. Oops, we are interrupted by an anonymous user question. Do you find anonymous questions to be annoying, or do you just take them for what they are, i.e. people who are too lazy or chicken to sign in or create an account, or do you just have no opinion of them at all? I like anonymous questions. I mean, they don't bother me. Let me put it this way. If they bothered me, there's an option I could check on my account where anonymous questions would not be allowed. But if I did that, then I would lose a lot of my best questions, and I wouldn't get to say, an anonymous user asks, which people tend to like. Also, if someone asks me an anonymous question, they're going out of their way to ask it anonymously, because in order to ask a question at all, you have to at least have a Formspring account and be logged in with it. So, yeah. Back to Tails DM, 2 more from him. Do you just randomly choose the games in the back of your Formspring videos? Would you take suggestions? Oh, excuse me, I just burped. How rude. But yeah, at first I just would kind of look for a game that I felt like playing, but that I didn't think would be good for a Let's Play, and I would do that. Then, for one video, I didn't do anything at all. I just put up the Sele sound-only picture, but the people didn't like that. So now what I do is I just go through my archives and splice a video in. Yeah. Would I take suggestions? Sure. Keep in mind that it should be something like a puzzle game or a trivia game or something, where I could play it for an extended period of time and that would not be good for a Let's Play. Although also keep in mind that I may not do that all the time because, playing additional game footage pretty much doubles the amount of time it takes for me to make one of these things. And it already takes approximately the length of the video times 1.5 to do that with editing and all that nonsense. Sunman and Moonman are fighting. What do you do? I sit back and eat some popcorn because that would be a hell of a fight, dude. An anonymous user asks, have you ever accidentally or on purpose farted in public? Yes? And God, yes. If I know I'm in a place where nobody recognizes me and where I'm going to be moving away from that place very quickly, I have no problem whatsoever farting in public. Oh, yeah. But if I'm in a place where I won't be able to make an escape, or where, I know the people around me, then I won't fart in public. At least not intentionally. Okay, we got two in a row from, it's either Yarn Artist or Yam Artist. Yarn Artist, okay. Have you ever spent hours searching for something only to find it in plain sight after you've given up in disgust? Oh, dear. Yes. Today, actually, I have a good example of that. I can't give away too many details because it was a mystery geocache, which is where you have to solve a puzzle to get the coordinates. But I was doing this geocache. It was called the IEEE cache, related to the IEEE engineering organization. And when I solved the puzzle, the coordinates pointed right inside a building, which made me go, what the fuck? Because, caches inside buildings, whatever. But I noticed that the log from the reviewer said, this cache was placed with permission from Groundspeak, so maybe it had special permission to be inside a building. So I went to the coordinates, and it led to a building which charged an admission fee, and I paid the admission fee, looked around the building for a couple of hours. It's a very neat building. I really don't want to say what it is, though. I'm sorry. And then eventually I just gave up and was going to leave when I finally took advice from Tatsudoshi and just went up to the reception desk and said, yeah, I'm looking for the IEEE geocache. And the guy's like, it's right over there. And right there on the goddamn reception desk, huge silver cylinder with the geocaching logo right on it. Oh, dear. Could have saved a lot of time. Whatevs. Still fun. Okay, Yarn Artist again asks, hypothetical question. You're having a busy time and you've overdosed on human contact. How far would you go to be left alone while still keeping it polite? The farthest I would go would just be to... Oh, dear. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I'm sorry. Gosh, I'll have to think about that. Okay, we got a few in a row from Snorlag. If the cops arrest a mime, do they still tell him he has the right to remain silent? Oh, wait a minute. I can't answer a question in mime, so... Yes, they tell him he has the right to remain silent. Yeah. Cough. Why isn't there mouse-flavored cat food? Hold on a second, I think there is. There's really not mouse-flavored cat food? I gotta look that up. Mouse-flavored cat food. There is mouse-flavored cat food. There really is mouse-flavored cat food. There's a recipe for it. And it involves mice. Okay, I'm moving right past that. What do you think of the Tatsudoshi dog icon? Well, I must admit, at first it scared me, but then when I became friends with him, I realized that it's an icon of his little doggy, Sugar. And I've met Sugar in real life, and she's an absolute sweetheart. I mean, sometimes she'll make that face, but god damn it, she is still a sweetheart. And she loves me to death, and she gives me all sorts of puppy kisses, and she has the pinkest belly. When sign makers go on strike, what the hell do they pick it with? They pick it with their noses. Cough. Isn't it rather ironic that abbreviation is such a long word? Yes, that is ironic, and I'll tell you what else is ironic. Verb is a noun. Think about it. If a person with multiple personality disorders threatens to kill themselves, is he considered to be taking hostages? Oh, dear. That's a good one. I have nothing to say to that except that that is a good one. Hey, Doc, I played both Landstalker and Soleil. When I was asking you if you do an action RPG, I'd completely forgotten about them. Sorry about that also. Have you ever played Secret of Evermore? I don't think I have, but goddamn, that name sounds familiar. Let me look it up. It was for the Super Nintendo. Okay, I probably didn't play it then. Oh well. Okay, we got, whoa, we got a bunch in a row from an anonymous user. I don't know if they're all the same anonymous user or not. An anonymous user asks, what is your favorite Disney song? Dear. Beauty and the Beast, as performed by its original artist, the late, great Howard Ashman. Second would have to be Zippity-Doo-Dah, as it performed by Uncle Remus in Song of the South. Yes, I love Song of the South. There, I said it. What is the quickest way to know if a butterfly can fart? Where can I find this information? I tell you what the quickest way is. I'll look it up right now. Do butterflies fart? Okay. Yes, I knew it. Thank you so much. How do you think they get out of those cocoons? They blow themselves out. Okay. If Yahoo Answers says it's true, it must be true. Okay. Let's check somewhere else. Yep, okay. Yep, they definitely fart. And a lot of other people just say LOL. Okay, yeah, good enough. What is the quickest... I already answered that one. An anonymous user asks, 1, E4. Okay. E5. Your move. At least I assume that that was a chess opening. Yeah, why the hell not? Okay. An anonymous user asks, AVGN or Ask a Ninja or Community Channel? I'm not familiar with Community Channel. I don't find Ask a Ninja to be that amusing, and I've liked the AVGN since... I hate to sound like a hipster here, but I liked the AVGN back when hardly anyone heard of him, and I still do. Do I think he's going downhill? Yes, I do, but I still think he produces quality content. Yeah, he produces a quality product. So AVGN, definitely. I like the song Paper Plane by MIA. Does that make me a bad person? Not familiar with that song, not familiar with that band, so yes, it makes you a terrible person. Just kidding. An artist asks, you wake up one day and find yourself able to magically enter your favorite books/movies/games as any character you want to be. But the catch is, you have to stay there until the adventure is over. Is this good or bad, and which character would you pick? I'd become Hermione Granger, specifically in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Not only would I explore my body, but I would totally abuse the ever-living fuck out of the time turner to just totally mess with time and become a billionaire. Yeah. Okay. Got a bunch in a row from someone with cattle for an icon, better known as Daniel Rydell. Okay, played Soul Blazer. Damn, that name sounds familiar. Let me look it up. Soul Blazer. No, I don't think I have played Soul Blazer, but it looks good. It's an action RPG. Might have to LP it. Oh, I got mail. Oh, it's spam. Okay. I think I found my question. Have you fed your lolly today? Sorry to disappoint. I already have. What? Wait a minute. What? Oh, you're still hungry? Oh, no, you're not. No? Oh, you've got gas. Oh, okay. Let me pat your back. Oh, such a cute lolly. You have a disgusting burp. Okay, here, I'll give you a little lolly snack here. I gotta... No, don't go running off with it. I'm okay. No, you won't like it yet. I have to mix the sugar in with it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. 4 scoops of sugar. There we go. Mix it up, mix it up. And you can feed yourself, right? Okay, go off and have fun. Go sleep in your little lolly bed and eat your lolly snack. Okay. So, I've misplaced my cell phone charger. How should I go about replacing it? You should go down to your local electronics store and buy one of those $10 devices that'll charge any cell phone. You know, it looks like either USB or mains adapter on one end, and on the other end is like an octopus with like 20 different cords hanging off it. Get one of those. Or look for one on eBay. They're usually pretty cheap. I used to have one myself. Do you like your cheese smart or stupid? I like my cheese smart. I like to have a good intellectual conversation with my cheese. I like my cheese smart, yes. God, I don't even know what the fuck that means, and I'm a little terrified now. You check your email before work and you discover you've received an email from McDonald's offering you the chairman/president/CEO position. It comes with an extensive insurance package as well as a significant sign-on bonus. What say ye? I say hook me up! Why not? Yeah, I can be Mr. McDonald's now, yeah. You mentioned Tab in a previous video. My mom drinks Tab, but I personally think it tastes like rat piss. With this information in mind, what drinky poo do you dislike that others think is wunderbar? Well, before I answer the question, I have to make it clear that when I say I love Tab, I'm referring to the original soda, Tab. It's just like it's a tonic, you know, that comes in a can, like Coke, 12-ounce can, 20-ounce bottle, etc. It's basically just, it was one of the first, I think it was the first diet tonic. It was sweetened with saccharin, and I believe it still is. And the reason I say that is to differentiate it from Coca-Cola now makes a beverage under the Tab label called Tab Energy Drink. And that's good. It's not my favorite energy drink. It's not my least favorite energy drink. But when I talk about loving Tab, I'm talking about the original Tab tonic. That being said, a lot of people don't like Tab. It has a very artificial taste. But I guess I like very artificial taste. So what do I dislike that others think is wunderbar? I personally can't stand vodka. I don't know. Even in mixed drinks, I'd rather just give me some straight gin, maybe with a little tonic water in it. Yeah. Give me a nice G&T. Oh, yeah. Clever kitty shows up on your doorstep asking you a clever question. What is your clever answer, clever doctor? The answer is lawn darts. You've been kidnapped by ninjas. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue yourself? Unfortunately, I'm not. So maybe I'll do like what that one famous pirate did, where like he was captured by pirates and ended up becoming their leader. So maybe if I get captured by ninjas, I'll become a ninja leader. Yes, I'll be the world's first obese ninja. Unless Sean Faust counts. And I'll be the world's second obese ninja. Is it true that if all the lollies left, that the sky would no longer be blue, nor would the sun shine as brightly? Well, let me put it this way. If all the lollies left, my sky would no longer be blue, and my sun wouldn't shine as brightly. Sniff, sniff. I've heard that you are training your catgirl harem to take cheese from various parts of the world for you. What say you? Yes, that is absolutely 100% true. The training is going very slowly, though. I can get them to sneak in all undetected and capture the cheese. But the thing is, once they get their paws on the cheese, they immediately eat it. It's no good. No good. What is the largest flash drive you have? Well, if you count hard drives, I have a 1 terabyte external USB and a 2 terabyte external USB, but I'm assuming those don't count, so probably this guy right here that I'm holding, but you can't see. It's a 32 gigabyte flash drive. The truth is, ... Dude, that's not a question. What are you drinking right now? What do you plan to be drinking tomorrow at this time? I'm actually not drinking anything right now, and now that you mention it, I'm a little thirsty. Damn. I wish you hadn't mentioned that. That being said, at this time tomorrow, 9:50 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be drinking water. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water lately. I mean, I've always drank a lot of water, but I've been drinking even more water lately. So I guess what I should be saying is I've been drinking more lately in general. Professor Time has kidnapped your Catgirl harem. Get your skateboard? Yes or no? I've already defeated Professor Time once. It was one of my first LPs. I'll leave it up to Cole to rescue my Catgirl harem this time. I'll pay him in gamer grub. What say ye about Skyrim? I say it looks like one of the most wonderfully fantastic games that I will never play. Sandbox games just don't appeal to me. I need more direction in my life, more control. I'm not a very creative person. I know that's not the right reason to not like it, but I'm sure it's a wonderful game. It's just a wonderful game that I have no interest in. Sorry. I don't have a problem with people who like it. I mean, like I said, wonderful game. You awaken and discover that Boston is under attack by rogue Tetris pieces. Oh no! You are challenged by rogue Tetris master Moonman. What will you do to save your race? I will whip out the Game Genie and insert the code that gives you nothing but the long pieces, and I will use that to get unlimited Tetrises. And then Moonman will go attack another city, realizing that Boston is OKKK. Oh, Daniel, you have a lot of questions. Your hordes of raging fangirls take over a small third-world country. The first rule of this new Doc Sigma stand? Tiny miniskirts. What is the second rule? The second rule is Doc Sigma stand has the bomb. We are the lolly that roared. It's a nice little reference for you. Bonus points if you get it. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Oh, that's a sane question. I live in a house. You have discovered the party you're going to is put on by machines, which Moonman has programmed to do dirty deeds to sheep. What will you do? I'll put on a sheep costume. What is your favorite word? Oh dear, I have a few words that could be considered my favorite word for various reasons. But for right now, I'm going to say my favorite word is rupture wart. RUPTUREWORT. And the reason it's my favorite word? It's a common piece of trivia that the longest word you can type using only the first row of keys on a typewriter is typewriter. That's a lie. The longest word you can type using only the first row of keys on a typewriter is rupture wart. It's an obscure word, but god damn it, it's longer than the word typewriter. I also really like the word pre-anti-penultimate. And I just drew a mental blank because ultimate means the last thing. So the ultimate thing means the last thing. The penultimate thing means the second to last thing. The I shouldn't let my mind wander like that, man. It's too little to go out on its own. Oi, next question. Question! Answer. Okay. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Okay, etc. Toshiba design... Oh, Danes. Okay. Toshiba... That's an SAT word. I forget what that means. I'm going to have to look it up. Danes. D-E-I-G-N-S. To think it appropriate to one's dignity. Okay. Toshiba deigns to deliver you a laptop. Unfortunately, it is brown, and not like a nice earthy brown. I'm talking shit brown. Offense taken? None at all. If it was a free laptop, I could just put a nice skin on it. You know what I'm saying? What is the longest, most ridiculous name that you've ever heard? Oh, okay, I'm going to have to Google this one because there's a really kind of funny story behind it. In Minnesota, there was this guy named Joshua Gardner. He was a sex offender. And what he did was, he was a 22-year-old guy who visited Stillwater High School multiple times. And while he was there, he claimed that he was a 17-year-old bit of royalty. And the fake name he used was Caspian James Crichton Stuart IV, 5th Duke of Cleveland. Damn, I mean, there's nothing funny about sex offenders, but goddamn, that is a hilarious name. You are given a fairy godmother. Upon her first appearance, you discover it is not actually a godmother, but a random YouTuber in a dress. Who is it? This could be funny. Or this could be sweet. It's Tatsudoshi. God, I'd love to see him in a dress. Okay, no, I wouldn't. Was my previous question too much? Nah, dog, I've gotten much worse. Is Dusty a people dog? Oh, dear, no, he's not. Around family, he's a total love. Around anyone he considers to be not family, he barks and barks and barks and barks and tries to bite them and attack them. He's a vicious savage. Around people, he doesn't know he's a vicious savage. He thinks he's a Doberman or something. Whoops, my phone is ringing. Hang on. Oh, man, what kind of automated solicitor calls at 9:57 at night to sell me insurance for a car I don't even own? Ah, dear. Where was I? Oh, yes. You come home to find a mysterious bouquet of flowers on your doorstep. Attached is a picture of a horse. An unusual notice taped to it, declaring the sender's love for you. Unfortunately, the cat girl here takes it all away. Oh, well, how are you today? Well, I'm doing okay. I'm just a little put off by that phone call. I'm not used to getting phone calls so late at night. Oh, well, about halfway done, it looks like. What is your background here on the good old Formspringy? Well, it's a picture of Osaka from the anime Azumanga Daioh, with just a few basic Photoshop filters right over it. If you look closely, you can kind of see it. That dark kind of green oval that's kind of going left to right, the small one, look above it and you'll see an eye. And then you realize the oval itself is, blush. And that white stuff to the right is her hair. Can you see it now? Yeah. What is the most offensive question you've ever gotten here? And what is the most offensive comment that you've ever received on the YouTubes? Let me think. I've actually never really gotten an offensive question on here, to be perfectly honest. And I don't get offensive comments on YouTube very often, either. I've gotten my share of "you suck, fuck you," things like that, but they don't really offend me. The strangest comment, the ones that I guess would be the most offensive, were, I think, a couple of times I've gotten people saying, "You sound fat," or something. It's like, yeah, congratulations. Fuck you. What I like to do in that case is I'll reply to the person with, "You sound like a nigger," and then I'll delete both his comment and mine and block him, so then I get the last word, because I'm petty like that. Hi, you remember what one time in Blue Mario Brothers when you went into that pipe and it pretended you were going to be allowed that Hammer Brothers suit and then it gave you death? That was great. Yes, I do remember that. Good times. Ah, yes. Has there ever been a ROM hack or other game you've decided to LP or otherwise, then discovered that either you couldn't get a ROM or the ROM wouldn't work no matter what you did? Sort of. It's not a ROM so much, and it's definitely not a hack. It's the PC game called Obsidian. It was released shortly after Myst. Really excellent game. I'm just having a bit of trouble getting it running, because it'll only run on a 16-bit computer. So I'm currently in the process of attempting to create a virtual PC with Windows 95 on it. Yeah, good stuff. Fun times. Have you ever played any of the King's Quest, Space Quest, or Police Quest games? Nope, nope, and nope. Oh, there we go. That's some good burping. Have you ever played Thexter? What about Thexter? No, I've never even heard of Thexter. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that because it's probably awesome. I don't know. How am I doing? If you're doing your current job and could be doing anything else job-wise, what would you be doing? I'd be doing something very similar to my current job, except I'd be doing it all in Perl. Yes, I'm a Perl whore. Oh, Daniel, we need to talk. How many more questions? Where am I? Let me just finish this. I can't see. Have you ever favored... if you were, your Formspring. Have you blessed? Favorite part? Surprise. I went too far. There we go. I ate this Chinese restaurant at Yumacon 2 weekends ago. It was called Rice in a Bowl. It was delicious, despite the fact that I'm normally quite afraid of Chinese food. It was so delicious I ate most meals there. Do you like Chinese food? What kind? I love Chinese food. Except I will not eat any Chinese food with mushrooms in it. So... if I know that a dish has mushrooms in it, I just either simply will not order it, or I'll ask for it without mushrooms. If I'm not sure if it has mushrooms in it or not, I'll ask for it to be prepared without mushrooms. I also generally don't like Chinese seafood, but I love beef with broccoli, beef with pea pods, beef with oyster sauce, lobster sauce, beef chow fun, crab rangoons. Oh my god, I love a good crab rangoon. Good ones, especially if they have a lot of crab meat. And that goes against me saying that I usually don't like seafood in Chinese restaurants. There we go. Surprise! Mudkips are hiding in your bathroom. You are armed with gummy bears and pudding. Battle plan, go! I eat the gummy bears, I eat the pudding, and I befriend the Mudkips. Favorite part of Ultimate SMB3? Well, my favorite and least favorite part simultaneously has got to be 4 boom booms in a waterfall. But honestly, I think that my favorite part, possibly favorite in quotes, possibly not, is when I got to the second ending, and I had to fight 2 Bowsers simultaneously, one of which was invisible. Have you blessed the rains down in Africa? No, I have not, but I got some AIDS down in Africa. Your Formspring account was kidnapped by MySpace. Are you a bad enough dude to finally put MySpace in its grave? Oh, God, you don't have to be a very bad dude at all to do that. MySpace is on life support. Just flip the switch already, people. Come on. Even the guy who founded MySpace now has a Facebook page, and on his Facebook page he commented, "Yeah, I made a Facebook page. I'm not on MySpace anymore. MySpace has turned into something that I no longer like. That's why I sold it." If you were part of a cover band, what song would you want to cover first? What song would you want to cover just to say that you covered the worst song ever? Okay, the first song I'd want to cover is Subdivisions by Rush. Because I think that's the kind of band we would be. We'd be a prog rock band heavy on the synths. And cover just to say we covered the worst song ever? We would do a full cover of The Most Unwanted Music. Look it up. That's a real song. When you reach 5,000 questions, will you do something amazing? Oh dear, will I really reach 5,000 questions at some point? I kind of doubt it, but yeah, sure, why not? Guys, let me know when I reach 5,000 questions. I'll do something amazing. Favorite anime song? Oh God, so many good ones. I'm going to have to say the character theme of God, no, I can't even narrow it. Yeah, no. I'm going to have to say Yomi's character theme from Azumanga Daioh. It's called You Delicious Ones in English. I forget the Japanese name of it. Let me look that up. I love it. It's like... Oishi Kimitachi. There it is. Back to the questions. Have you ever considered doing a blog post or a video or something to note the songs which you use most commonly in your videos? Because seriously, there's a few that I'm going to have to ask you on. I've considered doing that, yes. I've considered doing Doc's Exegesis, where I explain all the little songs I use and all my little quirks and all the memes, which I've pretty much invented myself, yeah. The Exegesis of Duck Sigma. Coffee? Hey, don't mind if I do. I could use a cuppa. What do you mean you're not offering to get me one? Oh, man. Have you pooped today? If so, was it amazing and everything you could have ever hoped and dreamed it could be? That's a good question. Did I poop today? Let me think about that for a minute. Yes, I did poop today, and it wasn't all that great. Which means tomorrow's poop will probably be outstanding. Do Do you have to be in a special place to write Moon Man? Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. It's not something I can just do anytime. I have to be in a very special, very dark place to write Moon Man. It takes a very special mood. That's all I can say about that. All right, that's enough from me for now. Thanks, Doc, for being epically approachable and doing videos like these Formspring videos. They are a hoot to listen to. You're awesome. Have a good week. Oh, shucks. Thanks. You too, Daniel. I wouldn't do these if I didn't enjoy doing them, and I wouldn't do these if you guys didn't enjoy them. I've always said that as long as at least one person enjoys my videos, I'll keep making them. And I like being approachable. I love my fans. A lot of my fans have become friends. And vice versa. A lot of my friends have become fans. God damn it, that's so weird to say. Just to think of the fact that I have fans. That's just... An anonymous user asks, Bing, really? I was wondering if someone would notice that. In the last video, every time I looked something up, instead of saying that I was Googling it, I said I was Binging it. That was intentional. That was a joke to see if anyone would notice. Yeah, Bing sucks. And an anonymous user asks, when will Doc Sigma, the channel, the movie, finally be in theaters? Once I secure enough funding through Kickstarter, we're currently 0% of our goal of 100 trillion billion million thousand quatlus. Okay, U1 Pro asks, if you could say anything about an LP or you feel is not very good, don't mention names out of respect and privacy, what would you say about that person and his or her style? Well, I'm not going to say any names, because, that would really be offensive, but you really need to stop saying huzzah, dude. Ha ha ha! LOL, I went there! Oh, I made a topical joke. But seriously, though, I can't really... That's kind of a... I don't follow any LPs, so I don't think or who I think are bad. If I don't like someone's LPs, I don't watch them. Yeah. Have you ever... Oh, and Yarnad asked, have you ever heard of Welsh rabbit-style mac and cheese? Yummy! If you're curious, it's a Rachel Ray recipe, and you're sure to find it if you search the net. God, that sounds delicious. I love Welsh rabbits, so... Welsh rabbit mac and cheese. Yeah, there it is. Let's check the ingredients. Do I have all this around? Okay, a pound of pasta, 4 slices of bread, stick of butter, parsley, garlic, hot sauce, dry mustard, flour, lemon juice, Worcester sauce, port, stock, sharp cheese, black pepper. Well, except for the port, no, not port wine, porter beer. I can't read. Yeah, of course, that makes more sense. Except for the porter beer, I think I have all that stuff around the house. God, I gotta try that sometime. It sounds absolutely delicious. I know, I'll force Tatsudoshi to make it for me. Snorlag asks, what is the square root of pi? Well, pi is irrational, so the square root of pi must also be irrational. I don't know, about 1.8? Somewhere around there, 1.7, 1.8? Let's look it up. Pi up. Oh, I can't type. Pi up 0.5. Okay, the square root of pi is approximately 1.77245385. So not bad, Doc. Yeah. Snorlag asks, I wanted to let you know they also made an Evil Dead game for the Commodore 64 called The Evil Dead. What you think about that? I think that's pretty cool. Cool beans. I'll have to look at it sometime. Dig out a Commodore 64 emulator. An anonymous user asks, why are you not a psychiatrist? Well, I can't really be a psychiatrist because I couldn't pass the exams because of all that stuff I stole. MS Fan 2001 asks, hey Doc Sigma, I just wanted to ask you something. What's a lolly like? What do they look like? Well, lollies are anime, little anime girls who are adorable. They're little and they're cute and they have cute expressions on their faces and they wear the most adorable little outfits. Some people like to put them in sexual situations and that just makes me sad. I have deep hatred for that. Deep, deep, deep hatred for lolly sex things. Porn. Hatred. Okay, U1Pro asks, what's your favorite N64 game? One answer may be used as my next LP selection. Oh dear, you're gonna hate me for this. Hey you, Pikachu. U1Pro asks, what is your favorite SNES game? One answer may be used as my next LP selection. Chrono Trigger. There you go. I love that. Super Mario 3D Land opinion? No opinion, because I'm almost certainly not going to play it, because I don't have a 3DS and probably never will have one until they come out with like a 6th generation Pokemon game for it, or an enhanced 5th generation game. My main series game. Oh, that was by Dreamdog FS, by the way. We've got a bunch in a row by Dreamdog FS. Opinion on PETA? They're a bunch of assholes. Yeah. Mario Kills Tanuki 2D. Played it? Yeah, that's that PETA Flash game. It's... Please. Ongoing joke. Shove it up your boobies. How can you... Do you mean like the mammary ducts? Because those are really small. That would be painful. Can I have a free Xbox... These are all by Dreamdog FS, by the way. Can I have a free Xbox 720? Yes, you can. You are physically able to do that, even though it doesn't exist. How young are you? I am 31 years young. Do you like Chuck Testa? Well, I do like Chuck... Nope, Chuck Testa. Yeah, I like Chuck Testa. It's a cool meme. Do you like my picture? Sure. That's all for now. Okay, that's not a question, though. Just kidding. Give me a hug? Okay, hug. There you go. Giving you a hug. Who is your picture? I assume you mean the avatar that I use of the dude with the hat and the camera. That is Smitty from the old children's TV show Pinwheel. He was the editor and photographer for the Daily Noodle, which was the newspaper for the world of Pinwheel. Have you seen the new Beavis and Butthead? Yes, I have, and I love it. I loves me some Beavis and Butthead. Do you like Tobuscus, even though he breaks the LP rule? I don't know who Tobuscus is, sorry. Do you like dubstep? You know, in all honesty, I don't really know what dubstep is. I've only heard it mentioned on Twitter, and I have no idea what it sounds like. Like, seriously. Have you ever been beat up? No. I need help. Can you sodomize my brother? Sure. Just bring him over here and make sure he signs the consent form. Lactate all over my friend Eli. I'm not sure I can do that because I don't think I can lactate. I know some males can lactate, but from my personal experience, I'm not one of them. Have you ever seen the Andy Milanakis show? No, I haven't seen his show, because frankly, I can't stand the guy. I think he's unfunny. Like the definition of unfunny. Sorry if anyone likes him. I don't. Okay, we got a few in a row from Jack RC11. Time for some this or that questions. Austin Powers or James Bond? Tacos or taquitos? Ponies or lollies? Stick your dick in a porcupine's needle with sulfuric acid on the tip, or stick your dick in a blender? Okay, James Bond, tacos, lollies, and if the blender is not turned on, and I have the ability to not turn it on, then the blender, otherwise the porcupine. You open a door and inside you see... Oh my God! I'm gonna have trouble reading this. You open a door, and inside you see cold 69ing Tatsu, with Tatsu motorboating Korn, with Korn giving a handjob to Phantom Savage, with Phantom Savage sodomizing Korn. Cold. Now, how did it feel sitting on that rusty nail butt naked? Oh my God. And then you switch it. Oh. It hurt. But not as much as reading that. I'm never going to recover. Would you rather work as a proctologist or a cop who only gives cavity searches? I'd say the cop who only gives cavity searches because I wouldn't have to do anything medical. I could just, there you go, pull stuff out. I wouldn't have to diagnose things or give people bad news. Tattooed Yoshi asks, what is the most hilarious thing that happened to you or someone else on Thanksgiving? Let me think about that for a minute. I don't have any funny Thanksgiving stories. Just tragic ones. Sorry. Got a few in a row from Lord Fresna. Mario and Wario are stuck together. Maybe Wario shouldn't have eaten the burrito and glue. But anyway, what will you do? I will take pictures of them and sell them to... Someone on DeviantArt must be into Mario/Wario. Yeah. You are suddenly cloned, and your clone is eating all your food, but you can't do a thing because it sapped your strength away. Anyway, there's a gun with one bullet in it, though. Will you kill yourself? No, of course not. I'll kill the clone. Duh. Samus Aran, Zelda, and Peach are all around you, arguing about which one you love most. Who is your choice? You can only pick one. I don't love any of them. I mean, Samus Aran is cool, but I don't love her. Zelda, the definition of Zelda changes every goddamn game, so she's not consistent. And Peach is either the biggest retard in video game history or a huge slut that's cockblocking Mario consciously. So no love for any of them. The Moon Man was hacked by a superbot. Now Moon Man is friendly and isn't racist. What is your reaction? My reaction is I crack up laughing. I then whip up another bot that points to the same code base that the Moon Man bot uses, and it'll be like, called Moon Man is here, or Moon Man returns again, or something. Last question. What is this question about? It can't be a question inside a question, can it? Oh, shit. It's Questionception, ha! Okay, 2 in a row from Snorlag. Have you ever won more than 2 hats at a time? No, actually, I haven't. I usually don't even wear more than 0 hats because it's extremely difficult for me to find a hat that fits my head. Because, in terms of hat sizes, like, 6.5, 7 1/4 and stuff, my hat size would be 9. Yes, a whole size larger than 8. Interestingly, do you know what your hat size actually measures? It measures the diameter of your head. Like, if you could stick a ruler, like, through your head, like, right through your ears, how long that would be. So to get your hat size, just take a soft tape measure, wrap it around your head, and whatever you get, divide it by pi. Or for a really rough estimate, divide it by 3. Yeah. Okay, and another one from Snorlag. You ever heard of Good Old Games? In case you haven't, it's like a store with mostly older games on it, even some free ones, GOG.com. Yes, I've heard of GOG.com. I've bought many games from them, but to be brutally honest, until right now, I did not know that GOG stood for Good Old Games. Cool, learn something, even on a Monday. Tlay Ted asks, ponies? That's an interesting little question, but God, yes, I love me some ponies. I am a hardcore brony. Despite this fact, I do not smell bad. Oh, yeah. Zigbar31 asks, what's the difference between hoping and praying? I would say, like, from a dictionary point of view, praying is always directed at someone or something, like you're praying to God or to a deity or to a saint or to a statue, to a person or something. Whereas hoping, that isn't necessarily the case, you just kind of do it in your head. Basically, prayer is kind of like a one-way communication, whereas hoping is just kind of talking to yourself. Like when you're praying, you always pray to something, and when you hope, that isn't necessarily the case. Does that make sense? Something like that. Madaruad asks, do you ever wonder what it would be like and what you would do if someone came out of the blue and started worshipping you? Or rather, just started spouting stuff about you being generally awesome and wonderful? Dude, I don't have to wonder that. It happens all the time. No, really. But seriously, though, I am extremely humble, so whenever someone says I'm awesome, it makes me blush, and I don't know how to react. I mean, someone actually made a bot called Doc S. Christ or something, a Twitter bot. I think they made it using my instructional video. And all it really does is retweet me. And I swear to God, if you see that bot out there, I did not make it. I don't know who made it, and frankly, I don't know if I want to, because it's humbling, and it's kind of cool, but it's also slightly creepy. And Anonymous User asks, continued from last time, a zombie steals your nether battering ram and threatens to bite him. Do you use your pocket knife to save nether, or do you run for dear life? Oh god, if there's any chance of saving Nether, of course I do it. I try anyway. U1 Pro asks, what was your first and current impression of me, if you have one at all? No offense, but I don't really know you well enough to have an impression of you. You definitely seem like a cool dude, and I know that you're an EMT and you've given me good medical advice, and that's awesome, and you're a cool person to talk to. And in your icon, you appear to be holding a can of Red Bull, which means that my opinion of you has immediately tripled, because Red Bull is the nectar of the gods. Good stuff. An anonymous user asks, do you watch Boston Legal? If not, do you have a soul? No, and maybe somewhere. Yeah, sorry. An anonymous user asks, something tells me that you're naked when you answer Formspring questions. Dude, how did you figure it out? You naughty little anon. You don't even know what I'm touching right now. Okay, I'm touching my microphone stand. U1 Pro asks, what do you feel is your best intellectual trait or skill? I think I'm a good problem solver. Yeah. Yeah, let's say that. Why not? And it's time for the Formspring question of the day. Yeah. What is your favorite type of sandwich? Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese, yes. Super awesome grilled cheese on nice thick sourdough Texas toast with multiple kinds of cheese, like 6 kinds of cheese, and some nice stone ground deli mustard, and a slice of ham, and a couple of strips of crispy bacon, and some thinly sliced tomato. But if I can't get that, any old grilled cheese will do. And any old question will do too, because we are wrapping things up now. That's all 136 questions. Thank you very much for all of them, and keep those questions coming. You know I love them. I wouldn't keep doing this if I didn't. www.formspring.me/DocSigma. I'll see you in my next Formspring video. Thanks for the questions, and thanks for listening to this whole thing, guys, and I'll see you around. Cheers!